When you're dealing with one of the most intense dog breeds with an appetite for destruction if they can't purge their power, you've got to find the extremes to challenge their needs. Meet the world-renowned Wolf Driver, who has pioneered ways to adventure with his husky team that has never been done or seen before. You won't believe what you're about to witness.
Yep, it's rolling. Cool. Okay, I might have to change it, but we'll worry about that later. Super, super wide. Oh, man. Christ, I'm warm now. I mean, it's a pretty nice day anyway to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
You can't ask for much better. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Camera's rolling. Oh, I did want to put one more camera on. That's in the truck. Let me get that. We get this zipped up. We can zip these up. I'm gonna turn these cameras on, Scott.
I'm good with this one, right?
Yep. Yes, thanks for asking. I'm not making out with my camera, folks. I'm just cleaning it. I know it looks funny. Okay. Gotta turn all this goody stuff on. One more. We're in good shape. Okay, I just need gloves. Got those cameras rolling. Yep. I'll be talking to myself and then I'll be with you. Yeah, we're gonna have to walk the dogs up here. Do I need anything in there? I do not. Let me zip this up. So this is done. Fanny pack is getting zipped up. Kind of like Superman putting on his cape. I put on my vest, zip the fanny pack up, and I'm getting ready to roll. One more camera to put on, folks. And we can have some fun with the pups. Hi, Chasey, I see ya. Just what I was looking for. Okay, Chase, relax. Scott, I might need you, I'm not sure. Actually. Hey, hold this for 1 sec. Right there? Okay. I might need to zip this.
You good boy, Chase.
It's a new way to work out. Okay, Chase, relax. Everything's gonna be beautiful. There we go, yeah. Who's got light? Chris, try that light. Yeah. No, it did not. Thanks, Chris. I might need you help me if I can't get this. If you don't mind reaching on my neck.
Yeah, I got you.
That button's for that. See where? Push good? Okay, cool.
Might
Yeah.
want to pull on it a little bit, just make sure, but
Yeah.
it's headed.
Oh yeah, it's tethered anyway. If I drop it, I drop it. I got the tether. Okay, Chase. We're coming.
Good boy. Yeah, we see you. He's so anxious.
Oh gosh.
For a little bit, and then
It's a tease. Yes. Oh, let me get the satellite radio. Chris, this thing just sets in there. What's that?
Snaps in and it ties.
Yeah, I saw the tie. Okay. Okay, gloves. Okay, buddy. Radio check. Hopefully that'll work out there, but what's that? Thanks. Okay, folks, I'm gonna be right with you in a couple minutes. Tell you what we're doing. Ready to get them, Scott? Too many gadgets and not enough pockets. Okay. Let me just shut his door. Yeah, you can keep going. Lola's up there. She won't go, but take no chances. We take no prisoners, we take no chances. Okay, you can take him.
Stand back, sir.
Come on, Z. Good boy. Good boy, Zorro. We're coming for the rest of the crew. Your pumpkins will be out there with us. Oh yeah, he likes the. They like the post. Come on, Zorro. Zorro. Good boy. Other side. Zorro, come on. Good boy. Thanks, Chris. You want to go get Jag? Okay. Okay, Chase, we're going.
You're still crying. Want to get out on the truck?
There he goes. Okay. I'm going to set up my meters here, folks. Chase, it's okay, buddy. Going in 1 sec.
Three, 2, 1, go.
Come on, Jag. I'm gonna let you get her too. Whatever works for you, Joe. I won't be able to respond much. I'm on a dog trip with limited location right now. Okay, Chase, we're going, good boy. Okay, folks, let me give you a look at the rig. See where we're at. Okay, guys, we ready? We're actually harnessed up and ready to go. Okay, so this is the rig. I think you've seen them before, but this is the Easy Raider scooter. This is Jag, Chase, Zorro, and Lola. And they're getting antsy, so I'm gonna get out of here. Jag's peeing on my wheel. Okay, Chase, relax. Man, Chase is on it. Anybody? We're gonna keep this to like 5 miles or so. We'll see what the grade is, what our batteries look like. Okay. Okay, Chase, we're going. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready, Scott. Remember, no crispy, but no cars on this road, so. Okay, guys, come on. Okay. Come on, Chase. Oh, Chris didn't turn me on. There we go. Okay. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Good boy. You know what to do, Chase. Come on. Come on, Chase. Good boy. Sometimes you got to turn them around. Okay, folks, so I am the Wolf Driver, and I'm coming to you from Stony Valley. I believe this was a rail trail, at least part of this area, not where we're climbing now. And we're climbing the Stony Valley Rail Trail we've done before. Good boy, Chase. You can look that up in our archives, YouTube or on the website. This is, there's still a military area near here. By the way, there could be live ammunition, it says, from like the 50s. Yeah, it says if you see it, call in. I don't know when the last time somebody sold one. Come on, guys, hike. Good boy, come on. Come on, Chase. Good boy. Good boy. So the Stony Valley rail grade. That's right, Stony Valley Road. Come on, Zara. Good boy. When they get near the grass, because remember I've told you in the past, and you might know this, grasses and good boy, Jag. Long truck ride. Grasses and porous surfaces, dirt, mud, whatever, hold a lot of essence and scents from the animals that have passed through and the animals in the area. Good boy. Okay, come on, guys, hike. Come on, Zara. Good boy. So, come on, Zara. So they want to sniff that. So if you're training a dog ever to do what I'm doing or do more traditional mushing style, you want to, sometimes you can motivate them by being on the grass, but you lose their attention quickly. So if you have a timid dog and you want to train them, sometimes they feel more comfortable because the stones that have been laid, asphalt or whatever, are more of the man-made elements, or at least the man-aligned elements. Come on, guys. And if you, good boy, Zara. Like I said, because they're not as porous, they're not going to hold the scents. Come on, Zara. So, come on. Come on, Chase. People say on by. I just say, come on. I'm gonna make sure my app speaker's up as loud as it can be. Come on, guys. We're climbing a good hill here. I haven't got a reading yet on what kind of grade it is, but we're working our way up the mountain here. So real quickly, what I said, come on, Chase. What I was saying is, if you need to make a dog feel better because they're scared.
5 minutes completed. You've covered 0.1 miles. Your current speed is 2.2 miles per hour.
Because they're timid of the wheels of a vehicle or whatever the case may be, putting them on the grass is always gonna, sorry, I've got to do a bathroom break now. Putting them on the grass is always gonna make them feel more comfortable, or on the dirt or on the ground where it's not a paved or rock surface. So that's my lesson for the evening. So back to the lecture at hand. I like saying that. Stony Valley Rail Grade. It's a 17-mile long trail. We didn't go there tonight. We're in the area. It's right about a half a mile to a mile away from us. This is the Stony Valley area of Pennsylvania. Come on, Chase. And I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit, keep them going, because they're really distracted. And I was reading on one of the urban musher groups I belong to, how to actually get dogs that are distracted from not being distracted. And depending on your dog and what the situation is, it varies. But I like to train them, come on, guys, instead of on by. On by is the more traditional word. And sometimes when you first start out, come on, let's go, Chase. It might take a little bit of food training. It might take someone being ahead of you, calling them, someone they know especially, or someone that's got food, treats, etc. And good boy, Chase. It might take a little speed, because when they're running, it's hard for them to stop and sniff. There's other methods and other things we do depending on how much of a problem it may be, but it's very curable. And in fact, that's why I ride what I do. I ride with the dogs on the side, because they're less likely. If they're on a tether out in front, like more traditional mushing or urban mushing, they are easily diverted to the right or to the left to get over the grass, and it can be a constant fight unless they're really trained, or unless you have a lead dog that's really good. So that's one of the reasons I just do this. It's one of the many reasons, but it's just a lot easier. And I know there's plenty of people out there who tell me that, oh, this isn't enough exercise for the dog. By the way, we're on a 6.5% grade, but I've had much success with it. So back to Stony Valley. This is the Stony Valley area. This is how I understand it too. This is the Stony Valley area. Come on, Chase. Come on. Of Pennsylvania. And it's near Harrisburg, which is it the capital? I think Harrisburg is the capital of Pennsylvania. Not the big cities, not like Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. Harrisburg, I believe, is the capital. And Stony Valley, there's a military base somewhere near here. Been here for a gazillion years. I believe in the 50s they used this place, might have even been later, to drop bombs for test, artillery, whatever, from the sky. And there are some bombs that may not have exploded. So there's a sign out there, at least on the rail trail there is, on the trail out there, if you see anything look suspicious like that, they're not thinking someone planted them today. They're thinking that they're left over from the 50s or whenever they last used this as a test military area, because the military base is somewhat near here from what I understand, a currently operating one. So it's not too comforting when you get on a trail and you see a sign. By the way, if you see something that looks like explosives, you might want to contact the park ranger. And by the way, at least at the time, because I've been on this trail a fair amount of times, but on the Stony Valley rail grade, and there was no reception. It looks like we are having a little reception here. Again, we're about a mile from the trail. Come on, Chase. Up here, now we're on a road, like I said, nearby, which is a fire road, just an access road. I know there's a cell tower, believe it or not, way up on this mountain, because I've been up there before. And it's a good climb. It changes altitudes pretty good. We're only at 667 feet now. I believe we get up pretty high, and there was snow up here last time. So I don't know if we're going to find that this time. It's been a warm day here, but remember, as the altitudes change, temperatures change on these mountains. So we've attempted to...
Minutes completed. You covered 0.46 miles. Your current speed is 3.7 miles per hour.
We've attempted to climb this mountain the first time, which is going back a good probably 6-7 years ago. And at the time, my dog power go-kart line of bikes is all I had, basically, and it couldn't climb it. The motors just were really struggling, and we were putting too much stress on them, because they're more of a bicycle grade vehicle. And again, they are something that the dogs can pull. With the addition of the Swin car and the vehicles we're driving tonight, the Easy Raider scooters, they can climb it, because I've climbed it with the Swin car, and actually no problem climbing it. I'm going to a lot of steeper areas now. Now Chris, at one time, Chris is my wingman. He usually follows me in the truck, in the big Ford Excursion, the dog limo, if you will, and he has ridden this on his mountain bike, electric mountain bike, following us, and he also had some issues too. So it's really challenging. But for the Swin car, the Easy Raider, it's a piece of cookie, and it's a good challenge for the dogs. grades up to 8.9% right now. So because we're doing a back and forth run tonight, that's what, between weather conditions and traveling conditions, that's what we could come up with for today's adventure coming here to Stony Valley. Instead of, we usually choose again to go just one way, and Chris will usually follow us or drop us off at one point and meet us at another. But we're not sure, because this is so secluded, this part of Stony Valley, that we're not sure if we tried to complete this where it would come out. And because battery is a commodity right now, the battery power for these things is, right now there's not currently an extra battery you can get. They're coming out with a battery pack, but these are state-of-the-art design scooters, and we can't even adapt any of our systems. I can't even buy another brand. It just won't work. It's very specialized. So we want to act very gingerly with our battery. So what we're going to do is go out 5 or 6 miles and then come back 5 or 6 miles. Go out halfway and come back the other half. I could probably get a mile or so to the actual rail trail with Chris following us, or at least we're on the road where he can access. He can't come down this road. You all right? Did it loosen?
Yeah, it loosened a little bit, and the charge cable came out. Do you have that screwdriver on you still?
Yes. What loosened?
It was this pivot joint right here, so it started leaning towards me.
Really? I tried tightening it too. I think I need a different screw in there, because that's a bizarre one. But we got one right here. I think that's it. There wasn't much turn to be had.
I think it likes to lean back because that goes against the grain of the screw, I think.
Yeah, but it's bizarre. Am I?
It's tight, man.
I know, well, sometimes it's the case or the screw. We need a new one. We could band-aid at this, but you know what? I think that was a new, maybe it's the same one. I'll put a new screw in there next time. I don't have one with me. Just nurse it along. Do you want to keep it on you? You think it's better? Keep a screwdriver on you?
Oh yeah, maybe, for sure.
Cool. That'll just, because you're watching it, which I appreciate. Because it did come out good last time. Put my gloves on. So quiet up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks for all the attention you pay to that stuff, Scott. Appreciate it. Makes a big difference, dude. When you notice the lens is dirty and stuff, really helps.
Well, if I went this whole trip with that thing facing up, that's a lot of, footage you lost.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
See what you can do. Come on, guys. Hike. So, we're going to see how we deplete the battery here when we get to the top. I don't think the top is that, I think well, we're going to go up 5 miles, whatever it is. I remember the trails get a little overgrown, even in the winter. There was some evergreens. I don't know if they were just pine trees. I can't remember. I think they were actually rhododendron. It was beautiful. And we won't get that view in the evening, but we'll see what's it about. But this does lead to a big cell tower. And great workout for the dogs. That's the big thing, because
15 minutes completed. You've covered 0.68 miles. Your current speed is 3.4 miles per hour.
because we're not going to get them the mileage that I like to, 15 to 20. We're going to give them this challenge of the hill climbing. See if this grade is still 8.9% grade, which is a decent grade. I mean, if you've been with me on other adventures, you've seen the other videos, you know that we can go up 16, 17% grades, which are, I mean, it looks like you're going straight up. It's pretty severe. You'll notice I'm going at a walking pace because they're not going to run up this hill. There's no technical load on them. They are pulling against their attachments to the scooter, which are springers. They're essentially big springs that have a lot of strength to them, and but they can bend a lot too if enough force is applied, which the dogs can apply the force. So people ask me about the harnesses. Now, a lot of people use X-Back harnesses if you were urban mushing. It's not necessary. The dogs are not pulling enough. Even on my dog power go-kart designs, if I do sled with them, used to sled back in the day, and you can catch some of that again on YouTube. But run a big team before, and I've run small teams, 2 dogs. And on those cases, of course, we use X-Back harnesses and appropriate sled harnesses. There's something called a polka harness, which I'll use when I train them, if I wanted to train them to be more out in front on a cart called an urban mushing dryland cart called the Seiko cart. And the Seiko cart, the polka harness gives you a 4-point hookup. It's basically, whew, that was a bat or something. Come on, guys. It came right past us. I don't know if the camera caught it. It was pretty cool. Usually, because the sun's pretty much set, we're twilight or better now, almost to full darkness. The birds are usually in for the evening. So sometimes it means you might have disturbed the nest or where the bird is, or I don't know, maybe he's just a party bird. Likes it at night. Not too many of them out there though, besides bats and owls. So the polka harness is neat. Now, it wouldn't really work for what we're doing here, but I know people sometimes think that the dogs are hooked up to their collars. I would never do an activity where they were tethered to something, anything, and hook them to their collars. That's just wrong. Puts too much strain on their neck. They can slip out of it. There could be all kinds of bad repercussions. But with them, this is more of a walking or a tracking harness, which is light duty, relatively speaking, because again, they are just running or trotting or walking with the vehicle here. We're pulling against it, but again, not enough to move it. It's over 400 pounds, and with my weight, 200 pounds plus, you know, I'm talking a lot of weight, so, and going up a hill on top of it. Now, down a hill is another story, because we're going to come down this hill. We're going to be going pretty good clip, but I will keep them properly paced. But you want to, they won't be pulling them. Well, they'll try, but they will be going at a good rate of speed. And this scooter has regenerative braking, which is really cool. What it means is when you're braking, you're actually charging the battery. So, I mean, depending on what the trails look like up here, we might even be able to go a little further. I just don't want to lose the batteries up here, because it's a long way to walk down, and we'd have to figure out how we get up here. I mean, we might have to cut the gate or something, which would be a last resort, but I mean, obviously, if we had to rescue these scooters, if you saw us a few weeks ago, we had to rescue them on a snowmobile trail, because these scooters can ride on any terrain. So we went on the snowmobile trail in the snow, and it was wonderful, but Chris got stuck in a big truck, so it was basically a 36-hour day. And that's a cool one. I advise you to watch. That should be on Amazon Prime, I'm hoping, in the next couple weeks. So the neat thing, and I've talked about this before, is so cool, is we're pretty much the only ones out here, especially on this kind of trail. Now, you could run into walkers or other bike riders, but no cars. Because if you remember, a lot of times we'll run the scooter and the swing car, my heavy-duty vehicles, on back roads. So you do have to look for cars.
You've covered 1.0 miles. Your current speed is 2.9 miles per hour.
So we do have a mile in. I mean, it's just a mile, but it's a start, of course. And it certainly is helping the dogs channel their energy. I was on the urban mushing group again today, and I saw a woman. She's trying to find because the urban mushing group, from what I understand, the one I'm talking about, is based in California, and it's pretty much localized to one of the suburbs or towns in California. And I think a lot of people get together and they help each other, and it's a little club, for lack of a better description. It's really cool, but they are more with the dogs out in front, and they probably don't even know about the way I urban mush, the way I run the dogs. I mean, some people say, oh, you're just walking the dog on the scooter. I mean, you could say that, but I do call it a form of mushing, because if they get on my dog power go-karts, which again are electric assisted and throttle, cape throttle driven, pedal also, recumbent bikes basically. 3 and 4 wheel, we have trikes and bikes, but they're built, they are bikes, and so they're light enough and they're balanced for the dogs to pull. So, but what the person was saying on the Urban Mushing group was that, sorry, now we're on a 10.9% grade, by the way, so it is getting a little more challenging as I thought it would. So this person was trying, come on, Chase. Sometimes forget the dogs' names. This person was trying to find a rig that they could, a rig is a vehicle or something you attach the dogs to. You know, a rig can be anything, but that's what they're referring to there. A scooter type rig that they could attach one dog to, and the only reason she wants the scooter with her dog is because the husky has too much energy in the house, and she explained that she's trained it to be good on a leash in certain areas, but once it gets, in the house or in the yard, but once they go for a walk, and of course the dog smells the other scents and the other stuff going on, it wants to join the party and bolt. So they want to pull, and their pulling instinct comes out. So she wants to be able to, and that's essentially why I got started, really, 25 plus years ago, because she wanted to. People want to let their dogs purge their energy, and then they're content, satisfied, and they're a lot easier to train, and much better house dogs. Tired dog's a good dog, one of my favorite things. So I like watching some of these groups. I really get excited by people being so interactive with their dogs, and I think it's wonderful when it can be a group of people like that, and they can help each other. I'm a little more isolated, so I'm not really doing this with anyone, and again, because this is my own style, people may or may not like it. I've done the kind of style they're doing now many years, and it's great, but because there's no motor and because the dogs are out front, it's really hard to go to different places, and I'm trying to go to all the different places I can. I've literally mushed on a dry rig, the Seiko cart, as I explained, many years with another generation of Huskies, and it was great. But now I want to see the countryside. I want to see that I live in Maryland, and I want to be able to go to, it's not far to travel, to Pennsylvania, Delaware, Virginia, West Virginia, Massachusetts we've been to, close to Tennessee, and just see all the different areas, and it excites the dogs and excites us. And this way of mushing gives you better control, or whatever you call it, exercising with your dogs, gives you better control of the dogs, so it lets you be more trail friendly, more if you run into other people walking, especially if you go to trails, you're going to do that, walking, jogging with other dogs, whatever. I can keep the dogs very well maintained. So now we're at a crawling pace because Mr. Jagster is taking his time.
Completed. You covered 1.3 miles.
We are actually,
Speed is 2.4 miles per hour.
so I believe we started off, we were something like 650 above sea level, 650 feet. We're now at 1,047. So we are climbing. Camera doing better?
Yeah.
Eh?
Everything's still solid.
Cool. Oh, good. Jag picked up the pace a little. Jag's a funny dog. I've had people contact me before because what I do here is pretty mild, relatively speaking. Even the dogs do get a really good workout. Dad actually wanted to give me a sled dog that just doesn't want to mush anymore, doesn't want to do it, and that's what this is about also, that almost any dog can do this, and we can make it so to cater to the dog's needs. We can make it so engaging we can go through grass, we can go on any surface, almost in any area that'll excite the dog, and they might want to, at least they'll want to run with it. They won't want to pull maybe because they don't want to mush anymore. The ground's leveled off a little bit here so the dogs pick up a pace. It's only a 5% grade now. So, pretty interesting stuff. So it looks like he might be ready to do a bathroom break, but I think he's just picking up on the scent. Come on, Chase. Oh, there. Now, we live in an area that could be bear, even though this time of year they're probably hibernated. The coyote are out here, mountain cats, little stuffed possums, porcupines, raccoons, that kind of stuff. Certainly owls we've run into, which are so beautiful. Harder to spot at night, but we've actually seen them during the day too in different areas. So approaching the 1.5 mile marker, which is good. Battery seems to be doing good on the bike. Got decent cell signal, which I'm excited about because I do have a satellite phone with me after the incident where we were on the snowmobile trail. We were stranded there for a little while. I've invested in the satellite communications, and but they're good, and sure they'll easily save us. But with cell phone communications, my ears just popped. 1,100 feet right now. With cell phone, when you have a signal, it's so much easier. And then Chris can follow us. He can follow us on satellite too, but it's just a lot easier for everybody to manage. So we use an app called Glimpse, and Glimpse will let him see us pretty much minute by minute. He can tell our pace, where we're at, if we're stuck. He can know there's a problem. At this point with cell phone, we can just call him and say we have a problem. If we do, hopefully we won't. So I've run with different camera setups, and you'll notice over the years sometimes I'll use infrared where it's almost no light. You're almost running like the military when they want to invade somewhere in the heat of the night. They want to go in total cognito. They'll use infrared because it's night vision basically, where you can see in the dark. Well, we have that technology, and in fact some of the cameras I'm using have it tonight, but bright lights have been my choice of late because I can see better, and it's not as cumbersome as wearing night vision goggles and other apparatus because night vision using LED lights, using infrared lights. Infrared's not visible to the human eye, but it still will light other stuff up, and to basically translate that lighting to what it sees, you need to wear a goggle or binocular or something so you can see, so we can turn it into wavelengths that the human eye can see. And the cameras, certain cameras that I have, certain cameras I can convert it to infrared, and then they're able to convert that light and light up an area in infrared where you couldn't see it's lit up, but the camera can see it. It's pretty cool. And then you can see it when it's after it's filmed it.
6 miles. Your current speed is 2.4 miles per hour.
I know sometimes people have concern about their paws. If it's a rough area or heavy snow and we need it, we'll use Musher Secret or even a booty. I carry that stuff in my fanny pack. And I've gone into long explanations about that stuff. But I prefer just letting them as they are and build callus. Haven't had any paw issues. I definitely see their claws wearing, which is good. If they didn't wear, we'd have to cut them. Still have to sometimes cut them. Dew claws, if your dog has a dew claw, if you're familiar with that, it's the high claw. That one we have to maintain because that's not going to dole down. It doesn't come into contact with the ground. In the wild, from what I understand, that was made to stay sharp, to actually open prey, to slice prey for getting to the stomach. Sounds a little nasty, so I'm Not trying to do that. We're going up a hill here again. Grade is back to 10.4%. It's been a long climb. I like it. Now, probably about 2.5, 3 miles, we'll stop and give them some water. If I stop now, they won't even look at it. But usually the first water is the most important because that's where they usually will take the most. And then as we go along, we'll tend to water them more than they need it. Just always err on the side of cautiousness every 2, 3, sometimes 4 miles. And we usually drink less. Depending on this hill climbing, we'll work them. So we'll need hydration. Taking the time for Jaggy. And it's not that Jag's not physical enough or too old or anything. It's just that he's moving at Jag's pace. But that's okay. Now, if something crosses our path, like a deer or a coyote, you'll see them pick up the pace. Now, they'll try going uphill. It's going to be harder, but they'll really be trying to roll. Great exercise for them. And even though we're going slow, I mean, they're climbing. It's actually a pretty nice night. It's probably right now in the high 30s, low 40s. Low's supposed to be, I'm not sure up in the mountain here, but in the area 32. So, not cold for the dogs, but cool. Depending on what kind of work we're doing. For us, it's not cold, but it's cool. Same thing, I guess you could say. But we're dressed appropriate for it. We're still climbing, folks. 8.4% grade. It's going to level off a little bit here. Cool. Gotta love it. The electric also, if we were doing this on an ATV, which would be too much for the dogs because ATV is too heavy of a piece of equipment. I do have an electric powered ATV that I run them off leash. They chase me, big farmlands I rent. But if someone
5 minutes completed. You've covered 1.84 miles. Your current speed is 2.4 miles per hour.
if someone would ever consider running them on an ATV, the problem would be, well, again, it's way too big and too cumbersome. And something like that, you could run over their feet. That could happen almost on any vehicle. That's why we want to make sure they're not too heavy. But an ATV, gas-powered motors in general, would have a hard time crawling at this slow of a pace that I'm running the dogs at, because they would probably overheat. Because even though they're liquid cooled, it happens with my truck, they still need some air going through them. It puts a lot of work on the tranny, the transmission, and the motor's not torquey, so you almost need a little momentum. So it's work. Electric is very torquey, and you don't need to worry so much about going slow. It does put a strain on the battery, but the battery can usually recover. It's just pulling a lot of volts as it's getting up the hill, just like a gas motor is going to pull a lot of gas. So you're going to suck down some charge from it, but it's much more controllable on an electric vehicle. And I'm sure that goes for the electric cars as well. I don't have one, but I do have electric ATV, as I said. So we've leveled off, which is really nice. We're up 1,300 feet now. So we've more than doubled where we started from. Closing in right now at 2 miles. That's cool. Now we could go all night if I had this Chase. I figured he'd like to dip in that water. This is all mountain water around here. Again, there's very little car activity. There's nobody living up here on the mountain. So it's all pretty natural. Owls are looking up the top of that cliff there. And that's, you know, where you could have a mountain cat. That's how they do it. They stalk their prey. Now, they're probably not going to stalk us, but something smaller, they might jump on, and that's how they do it. Actually, going to go a little downhill here. How about that? Be nice for the battery. Because again, that regenerative braking will help charge them, recharge them. Notice they stopped smelling the side when we first started off, and I was like, come on guys, because now they're really in working mode. Oh, nice view out there I just saw. So we are kind of on a cliff up here. If you go too far to the right, you'd be going off it. So I always want to be cognizant of that. That's the way most of the areas we run are like that. Battery's looking real good, folks. Again, the battery's one of our most precious commodities right now, because that determines if we're walking or what we're doing. Scott's battery we have to be aware of too. Yeah, so it's going to go up a little, down a little. Fairly wide road, which is nice with that cliff to our right. Gives us plenty of area to safely ride, and not running into any snow. If you've been with us on the past few trips, adventures, you know that snow has made it really, really rutty, and you get caught in a rut and it can take you. So in fact, there were a couple spots I had to get off the scooter because the disparity from the rut up and down was so great that it felt like I was falling over.
40 minutes completed. You've covered 2.21 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
Sometimes when you hear it say 0 miles per hour, it's working off satellite. I can't get a satellite speed. It's working off GPS. Very, very cool. Still around 1,300 feet. And if you're watching Scott, he's filming me, so we can document this and always monitor it to make sure the dogs are looking as I think they look in person on the screen. Sometimes you'll notice things. Some dogs have different gaits. They all have different gaits, but sled dog team, they usually synchronize their stepping, and that maximizes their movement. So I watch them when they run, when we're not rolling on the vehicles, when they're out free range, and it's pretty cool to watch them sometimes race each other and how they can match their sync their pace and their stride. It's really cool. I am constantly looking up there when I see the dogs look up there, because sometimes it's just when they look up the mountain or up the cliff sides and are left. It's just that there's it could be even my light through a shadow over there, because they look for movement, but it could also be something is moving over there, or it's a scent they picked up on, or a sound that we can't hear that they can hear. I'm going to be the worst for hearing because I got the helmet on, so that really limits me. I still can hear fine, but it definitely covers my ears. It's keeping them warm too. That's the purpose of it. I spent many years skiing, and because snowboarding and other activities were not even around then, they didn't have many ski helmets just for really pros. But now with the advent of snowboarding and everything, a lot more companies are making these helmets, and they're becoming much more affordable and better designed. So I bought them for this activity, just to keep me warm and a hard surface to mount my cameras to. So still climbing here, better than 1,400 feet now. So the temperature's definitely dropping. I can feel it as we go higher now. We are getting into the evening hours further. So, and also the altitude as you get closer to the top of the mountain as you climb. It's always colder, almost always. Some of the stuff we might have learned in school, but I probably didn't pay attention, but now it all makes sense to me. Now I'm learning, self-teaching all this stuff because I'm doing it, and it's important for me to know, of course. And one of the reasons I have all these apps running is so I can keep an eye on the conditions and what we're doing, because sometimes, you know, you can just not take your eye off the ball, for lack of a better description, and not realize you're moving too fast, too slow, whatever. And I'm just trying to watch the stats to tell me how the dogs are moving. Wow. Now to my right, I don't think you can see in the camera, that's probably Harrisburg. You see the view to the right? I think that's Harrisburg. Boy, that looked like a goat or something.
You've covered 2.5.
Yeah.
Your current speed is 2.9 miles per hour.
2.5 miles. So we're moving along this mountainside. I'm very excited for when we're able to get these battery boosters, these extensions, or spare batteries. That way, you know, I won't have any quarrels about going as far as we want to go, because at that point, I'm sure even on a constant climb, 20 miles is guaranteed. Probably we'll be able to get 30. Now, I probably won't go 30. Usually we max out around 20 now, but we've gone 30 before. Again, conditions, whatever conditions warrant, and how the dogs feel, that kind of stuff, usually determines the mileage. But usually most of these places I run at a area before dogs run out of energy. And it happens, I can just circle back and start running the opposite direction, whatever. But it's just not as exciting. But we do it sometimes if we need the mileage. Definitely a good mountain climb here. Looks like we're at 10.6. Again, the grade. That's pretty good. Closing in on 1,600 feet above sea level. Started at 600, remember, around 600. I know, I think when I started talking about it and I looked at the meter, it was like 650 or 680, but I think that's already after I had climbed some. I could be wrong though. Kind of cool. Something, the romance about riding there. Huh. Is that closed? Oh, we go to the left, I think. Yep. Could go that way, but we'll see where this might go to a cell tower. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I think we're going right. Where does it end up here or we just pass it? Oh yeah. Oh, so we'll have to go past that gate probably. Whoa, Zorro. Sorry, ricocheted back. So, you think we should go down where the gate was?
I think that's probably, it seems more reasonable. I
Okay.
think this probably loops back into the park system as opposed to going towards the highway that Chris was talking about, but I don't know.
Okay. Let's see.
Perfect checkpoint either way.
Yeah, let's water them. We've gone back through there. It got a little overgrown. That light came on from motion sensor. Let me take a picture here. Alzaro kind of ricocheted. He was trying to avoid the ice, but sometimes it happens. So there is ice up here, so it could be snow. He's no worse for the wear, though. What was that?
It was just behind you. I threw a rock.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Cool.
Try to get them to look, but they don't do that trick anymore.
They're like, we know what you're up to, Scott.
Yep.
So, 2.6 miles. I mean, the most I wanted to go out was 6.
Yeah, I figured you were trying to make it a short one, especially after you got off the phone with your wife.
Oh, it's always like that, but
yeah,
I just don't want to run out of battery without crew. It's one thing if Chris is here, but
yeah.
It got a little overgrown down there, remember, but we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do. You'll have to watch me go through the gate. Ah. Oh, you know, I never even turned my light on.
Oh, I've been getting really good shots.
Have you?
Say keep it off for now, just because we got no cars out here, so it's
Really?
more or less safe.
Yeah.
The faded lights that you got going on, because you got the screens.
Yeah.
Looking really good, man.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Is that camera staying sturdy now, or?
Yeah, it tilted a little bit, but I readjusted it. It hasn't moved again.
Cool.
So.
Cool. My light's pretty bright on top of my head, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not like
Because I got the filter on it. That helps. It spreads it.
You might even be able to get the exact same material on.
Yeah, I can. I've got them.
Miles per hour.
Hey, can you see the red light on my camera? Don't hurt your eyes, but.
Yeah, flash.
Cool. These cameras are here. Yeah. See, I put the head strap. I like it because if it goes, at least you'll know it'll hit you in the face, but ain't gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's when we lost the other cameras. That was like shocking. Like I turned around and the night vision wasn't even there. I was like,
I know. But I can't believe you found it. But I've had these. These are body cams, and they're on magnets. That's how they're on the belt. But I gave one to Danny to wear once. It wasn't his fault, but he hit the wall and the thing broke right off. But we got the camera. But if that happens out in the field, we were ghost hunting. You ain't gonna get it so easily, and I won't even notice it. So
walking around out in Gettysburg, no chance.
Yeah, exactly. So, that was a good hill climb. We're up almost 1,600 feet now. We started about 600, 650.
They're all drinking, so they're feeling it.
Yeah.
No more? You
No muss. I think if I remember right, Scott, you can go right or left. I think up after we get through that gate, I think I went left last time. It was really overgrown, but we'll see. It was in winter too, so. Yeah, we have perfect cell phone reception. Yeah.
It's ironic.
This is actually a good place. Yeah, it's just a good place to do a live stream. I didn't bring the right equipment, but yeah.
Might want to. I know Chris has like a notebook in his phone of all these places. Might want to amend that note with.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We brought the swing car here last time. I didn't have the scooters. Look, Chase, he don't want to sit still for nothing, dude. Well, I tried. You know, remember the dog cart, the bike we rode on that when we went through the tunnel that night? That one barely made it up that hill. And pretty much, I think we had to turn around.
That thing doesn't seem like it's meant for much more than
bike trail.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I'm gonna turn around. Come on, guys. Hey, everybody good? Okay, hike. Okay. I'm gonna come towards you. G, come around. Come on, Chase. Chase, G. G, come around. Come on, Chase, 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 G, come around. That's so cool, the lights. Okay, good boys. That's where Zorro kind of went in. Okay, so we're going to see what we can do. What a view. Wow. Can we make it? Ooh, you can almost make it. I think to the left, can't you?
Left is. They're both possible, but I think right might be easier.
Okay.
I'm just trying to slide under to make it easier for me. But
Yeah.
whatever.
You'll have to help me, but you guys. G over. G over. Nope. Chase. They're going to want to smell that pole. Chase. They're going to want to smell the pole. Chase.
Good so far. Come on.
Gotta watch her.
Yep, she's clear right now.
Come on, Chase. Come on.
Come on, guys.
Come on, Jack. He waits. He's smart.
Yeah.
Good boy. That was cool. Cool. This might get a little more rugged. We'll see. Come on, guys. It's pretty cool.
Roan's definitely the word.
Yeah, but it was running into the trail last time. But I'm not as wide. I forgot the swing car's a little wider. So. Yeah, I don't need a bike light. I forgot. So there's, I know I touched on it before, but it's just so cool being back here with, you're immersed in nature essentially, and dogs love it. Now this,
55 minutes completed. You've covered 2.73 miles. Your current speed is 3.2 miles per hour.
this is more of a dirt trail, so the dogs will like this better because again the scents it'll hold, and it's different on the pads. The stone is fine for them. Almost all surfaces are fine as long as you don't run them too much on any one surface. We try to change it up as much as possible because they all have their pros and cons. Try to varietize it. Still got the city lights. It's Harrisburg to our right. That's kind of cool too. You're back here in the wilderness and you got a fairly big city, relatively speaking, right off to in our distance. Not too far distance. we're at the top of the mountain as I see it. I did not look at my mapping. And so this will be probably a more gentle ride on the motor, and the climbing for the dogs not as much, but it might be more bumpy because it doesn't look like that road was better maintained. Little wildlife management area, I think. I think that road that we were on was pretty well maintained because they probably visit the cell towers that were there. That's so cool to our right. Now, it still looks, there's some ice, but there's a lot of wet, and that's good for the dogs' pads too. Helps keep them cool. They actually sweat a little bit, if you could call it sweat, through their pads, but it doesn't technically really cool them. Is that something howling?
Possible.
An owl or something?
It's either a coyote or an owl.
Yeah. The dogs didn't get too set off by it. They're loving this. I think, if I remember right, this was kind of like a wildlife feed area where they grow crops for wildlife. I think. So that means a lot of wildlife comes through here. Looks kind of dark up ahead. That's what we do. We run in the darkness. Actually, like running during the day, during the cooler months, but because of time constraints today, we couldn't get here. Like stuff in that field. Interesting. Dogs are looking over there. Grass is pretty high, so perfect place for animals to be. So cool. Wow, so cool up here. So for some, this might be a little too eerie. Again, most people that do mush with dogs and adventure, like similar to what I'm doing, go to trails that are kind of marked for it, or at least they've been to before, because we like adventure and we want to see new areas. We're go to areas that we've only visited maybe never before, or just a handful of times. So and they change so much from season to season anyway, so it's eye-opening sometimes, really cool.
Completed. You covered 3.06 miles. Your current speed is 4.1 miles per hour.
So we've just crossed the 3-mile marker. We've got the city lights of what I believe is Harrisburg to our right. We're pretty well protected on the embankment we are. Not that we're going to go off the side. Not what we're thinking about it. But look at Scott. He's a daredevil on his scooter to film me. Little water here. And usually the water, like I said on the mountaintops and the mountain water, you don't have to worry about not being around vehicles, especially. But during the summer, it's a different ball game, because there can be algae. Stagnant water can be even a big pond, it can house bacteria, and the algae traps it in, and it can be fatal, actually, if you would, or an animal would drink it. So you have to be very careful. But the cold, that won't happen. Bacteria doesn't live in it cold, and it's not going to be able to proliferate like it does in the summer. So we're running into these puddles. You've seen us cross many puddles before, but they've been pretty mild, what we're used to. Yeah. Kind of quiet up here now. I like this. You like it, Scott?
Yeah.
Pretty enchanted.
Definitely seems like some backwoods.
Doesn't it?
It's red back here for some reason.
It's red? Yeah. Yeah. It could be in the I don't know if it's the shale or the iron or whatever. But yeah. The clay and the dirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know in Delaware, it's probably because it's by the ocean up there. A lot of the dirt's actually green from one of the minerals out there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's wild. But it's so cool with the city right there. It's almost surreal. It's wild. I'm liking it. This is perfect for us. Now this is stone that it looks like somebody's laid here. Probably was washed out. They're kind of big stones, so we go slow on it, just so the dogs can assure their footing, can make sure they're safe. Cool. I'm loving this. So you're liking it with my scooter light off?
Yeah, the lighting's much better. It doesn't, I'm not sure how to describe the wisps that come off of a light source.
Right.
There's no wings. Everything's real solid.
That's cool. I hope some of my cameras are able to pick up these views because it's just so cool. I haven't seen any sign of beer bottles or anything, so this is, from what I could tell, again, it's dark out here, but so it might really be an off the path trail. Usually you'll have guys come back sometimes, drink beer, women too, who knows, but people, I should say. But I don't know. This might be that much secluded, and it's all flat in front of us. It's just like the top of the mountain. That's cool, really cool. That's our elevation, 1600. So we're just at 1600. Doesn't look like we're gonna climb anymore. It looks like we're at the top. So that's probably
1 hour, 5 minutes completed. You've covered 3.4 miles. Your current speed is 3.9 miles per hour.
yeah. So it's very cool. I'm wearing a super wide angle. It's actually a Kodak, kind of like a GoPro. It's a few years old, but still, it's like one of the widest angle cameras I have ever found. That wearable cameras, even non-wearable. And this thing's like 235 degrees, something like that, and it really enables us to get a view of everything. Now at night it's probably limited, but during the day it's important for me, the wide angle, because you can see everything I'm doing. I'm in closed quarters. The dogs are really close to me. It's not like they're out in front on a tow rope like a sled dog team would be. So we're in close quarters, So I like wide angle cameras. That's become another specialty of mine. Filming this stuff and figuring out ways to film it. It's actually become a hobby, how to attach the camera in different spots that give you really cool views. And getting different cameras, because all these cameras out on the market today, a lot of them have a special niche, and if you can find that niche and make it work for what I'm doing, or what if you want to find it for you, obviously, make it work for what you're doing, it's cool. So there's a lot more than meets the eye to a camera. And also, you got to worry about post-production. What that means is, like, when we're done filming, how we put the video together. How do you get the footage off the card, the SD card, or maybe it films to the camera, maybe it's got internal memory, but how you handle it and how much work it is to maybe make it look good. Sometimes you got to tweak the colors, the crop, whatever. So there's a lot to it. But I enjoy it. And if you go back on my early footage, you can see I was doing stuff then, and now with more products out there and more ways of attaching stuff and more cameras, you really get a good selection and you get to really explore your creativity. I'm really looking in this woods over here. I think it's just a bike, but it sounds like something out there. Scott gets some good footage. Dogs are liking it. That's why we're here, for the dogs. Let's get a little tighter in here. A couple rocks here and there, big rocks kind of embedded into the dirt, but still got to be cognizant of it. Oh guys, my light went out back here.
1 hour, 10 minutes completed. You've covered 3.76 miles.
Okay.
Your current speed
Good.
is
Come on guys.
0 miles per hour.
I don't know why it went out, but it went out. Oh, it's a battery. Let me fix it. Oh guys, I think the battery cable went out.
You want to do a what?
No, too soon. I was just gonna, I think I got a battery issue here. Huh, not really, but make sure my battery's going. Yeah, it's going, but Hopefully it's still going. Okay, guys. They're loving it. Okay. Oh, good shots, man. Does that bother you with the backlight on? I'm blocking it out though, aren't I?
No, yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, guys. Here we go. Come on, hike. So we're closing in on 4 miles right now. By the way, as I was talking about the technology and camera stuff and lights I got to worry about now because we're at night. All this stuff, you need to manage it while we're managing the dogs and while we're out here, and it's not like you got a camera crew. So I got to make sure it's powered, and the batteries that come with the cameras, they're getting better and better, but they're still not going to last as long as we're out here for most of the cameras. So I got to have a power source. Well, I can change the battery, but to change the battery out here is a pain in the butt, especially on some of these extensive camera rigs that I built. So it's easier to have a little USB battery, they call them, portable battery, and let it recharge as it goes. And you can get them really pretty powerful now. You can keep phones running and everything running for extended periods of time. So, but that being said, because these trails are bumpy, sometimes the wires come out, whatever. Oh, there's equipment up here, look. So they're working up here. Interesting. Didn't expect to see that. Which is kind of a good sign, because they're doing their stuff. Which means that this has been ridden. We're probably not going to run into any downed trees across the trail or any potential obstacles that we would have to try to deal with. Now, that could be from the summer too, because I'm sure they don't have to worry about that equipment getting stolen up here, so they might just keep it out there in the fields. Yeah, you want to go to the left? Looks wider. And not as rutted. They're really loving this. I can tell because their nose is down, and I have to sit down because I was going to hit that tree. My helmet, I got a light sticking on this helmet. I'm looking in the fields as much as I can. Can't see much. Definitely getting bumpy. But very, very cool. Just crossed the 4 mile marker. So another mile or two and we'll turn around, just to preserve battery life.
1 hour, 15 minutes completed. You've covered 4.03 miles. Your current speed is 4.3 miles per hour.
I mean, we probably could really keep going, but I don't want to push the envelope. It's definitely gotten colder out here too. Feels good, but that's another thing. My internal thermostat, I'm usually pretty warm when I'm inside a house or something, so my wife's like, "You're hot, I'm cold." I mean, typical marriage problems. But it happens because I get so conditioned to be outside in the cold that, you know, anything above 50 is warm to me. Really cool, isn't it, dude?
You're going to find in places like this, you know, typically in the middle of civilization, but Crystal manages.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be. Now, again, I was here once before. I think we came this way, but I don't remember it like this. There was snow on the ground. See snow up there, snow there now. Now on top of the mountain, we got snow. Little patches, but that's all these mountains this year have snow. Everywhere we're going, we're seeing snow. Getting stuck in it with the truck, sliding back in it with the truck, trying to have a battery with the scooter. I mean, we've had our adventures. I wanna be. I hear something on the battery on the wheel, but it doesn't look like it's impeding anything, so I'm not going to address it now. Ah, you got a little bit of ice. Whoa. You okay, bud? Take our time over here. Total time. Taking our time. When you hit ice like this, we're not going to slide. The vehicle's not going to slide. And the dogs are pretty well set for it. But sometimes they'll try to avoid it, as you saw Zara earlier. And it could cause them to touch the vehicle. So I want to prevent that. Just keep them as comfortable as possible, of course. It's always the name of the game. Really cool through here, though. And this could be one of my favorite places right now. I'd ride this thing all night if I had the battery. Battery's really doing good, though. Another thing that degrades batteries, and we've talked about this before, is the cold. So now this is where Stony Valley got its name from. See all these rocks? I mean, if you look at my whole videos when I did the rail trail, the Stony Valley rail grade they call it, it's like you can't walk. They're all rocks to the side. Only thing cleared is the trail. I don't think they cleared it either. I don't know if they could have. I mean, without mega work. I mean, years and years. So I don't know. Should probably learn that history, how that was built. Maybe the military did clear it out. I don't know. But it's almost like Stonehenge or something. You're like, how do all those rocks get there? I mean, it's really incredible.
Completed. You've covered 4.4 miles. Your current speed is 3.2 miles per hour.
Now, when that voice comes on the app, every 5 minutes it gives you an update on your stats. And I wasn't thinking about it. All of a sudden, boom, sounds like a woman was right in the woods there. I was like, what the hell is going on? Very, very cool. Another thing that's so dear to my heart is, like, we've done the Stony Valley rail grade, which again is just below this at the bottom of the mountain, the trail, with Princess, some of my other generations of dogs, of huskies, and I think about those dogs when I'm here, and just like those memories are near and dear to my heart. And one of the reasons that I film all this is I can go back and revisit it and relive it at any time. What's the story, dude? Keeps going. Cool. Oh, is this end? Okay. Does it go around to the left or no? Okay. Probably, we can give him a water and go around the other way a little bit.
Cool.
Let's, I'm going to go around there and we'll give him a water. I'll turn him around. Come on, guys. It's cool, though. Okay. G, come around. Oh. Back up. Back up. Zoro. Back up. Okay. Forward. Forward. Hike. Come on, Zoro. G. 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 Doing this gingerly. I'm trying to plan my route around these rocks. G. 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 Good boys and good girl. Easy, easy. Ho. Cool, man. Is that my camera or your?
This one here.
The battery wasn't on. That's what happened over here. I'll fix it. You got it?
Yeah.
Cool. I have the brake on, obviously. Yeah, let it charge up a sec. That's what was happening to mine. The battery. You have to push the button sometimes. I don't know why it doesn't engage automatically.
I think I've been noticing that with this pack too.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know if it's the pack or what. Let me see if anybody's looking for me. Okay, I can turn that back on. I won't. Okay, you're back on. I have to take a picture. Hi, good girl. Cool. We've been riding. They're drinking. I'm surprised.
Oh yeah.
They've been liking this trail. I can tell. Let me get a picture. Zoro preening himself. Cool.
1 hour, 25 minutes completed. You've covered 4.51 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
Batteries are doing good. Maybe this is all this goes to.
What is it?
I said maybe this is all. I wonder if that other path continues. How far?
Probably should have taken the right, but things.
I don't know though. It looked kind of rugged, but we'll see.
With our luck, it was that left that we were back at the radio tower before.
Crispy yelling at us.
This is a good spot and a good night to get stuck, man. I'm not saying we're gonna or we should. It's warm out right now.
It is. We're 1,662 feet. We did climb some more, but you know, going down that hill that we climbed, that's gonna recharge these batteries. So that's like, but I want to make sure we can get there.
Yeah.
Cool. Head cam's looking good. Everything's looking good. Okay, Chase, we're gonna go. You need help?
Nah, it's all right.
Oh.
It just started slipping again. I reeked it down, and then throughout the last.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. It's probably the screw, but I'll fix it when we next time. Just the footage came out great from it last time. And the rig on there staying sturdy, isn't it? So that was getting bumpy.
Yeah, it's only this pivot joint right here.
And that's the easiest one to tighten, and it's just something's defective, the screw or the case.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, here we go. Okay, guys, hike, ready? Okay, gotta move them along. Okay, back on the trail. Dog's got another water in. We're 4.5 miles, closing in on 5. Wind's coming through here a little bit. If you saw the rail trail that we were going to go on, it's all these rocks. I don't even know if they made the trail or it's crazy. Like, I mean, thousands. It's like Stoneheads. Like, how'd they get there?
Yeah.
You can't even walk in it. It's crazy.
Weird.
Yeah. This is just a little bit of it up here.
I did see some rocks coming up this way that were interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool area. So right now, if you can't see my screen, we're at 1 hour and 28 minutes and 11 seconds. We're at 4.57 miles. We're at 1,655 feet elevation-wise. Our top speed tonight's only been 8.3 miles per hour. We've been averaging a speed of 3.1 miles per hour. And pretty much where we're at. A couple other statistics in there that I probably had to put my glasses on to read. Zero. Come on, Zero. Zero. Good boy. I like to let him sniff for a second or two, but if he's going to be all involved in it, I got to keep the team moving. He usually doesn't stop like that, so it must have been a good smell. He's got a little stick coming from his tail. That's, again, these dogs are what they call woolly coats. So they're long-haired, double-coated dogs, and their fur is like magnets. It just attracts every bit of debris. Tree debris, hitchhikers, you name it.
30 minutes completed. You've covered 4.68 miles. Your current speed is 2.8 miles per hour.
Some open areas. I'm not sure if they're doing construction or they do, like I said, up here have, from what I remember, wildlife management areas where they actually plant crops for the deer and all the animals to come and eat. The vegetarian animals, whoever grazes on it. Pretty cool. Here comes that white spot, and I go real slow. Dogs, people, mushers that are in Alaska, they mush on ice, so it's okay. They can get traction on it. But I'm going to let them take their time. Oh, Zara. He's, again, interested in the smell of it. Zara. Come on. Sorrow. Zara. Come on. He's really interested in the smell. Come on. Good boy. See, when you go slow, it does give them a chance to take their attention off on what they're working on, their job. Come on, Zara. Good boy. And smell the roses, if you will. Now that sound, if they weren't conditioned, would scare them a little bit. But they're conditioned, they know it. So that was the only real big patch of ice we ran into. So what we would try to do is go down this other road that we chose not to go down to. We went left instead of right. We might want to go there and try to do a mile and come back. That would give us our 6 miles to complete our trip today once we finish everything. Just so cool. Again, more snow to my left right there. Dogs are doing great. Equipment seems to be functioning properly camera-wise. The scooters, probably should knock on wood. Come on, Sarah. 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 It's a smell up here. It's kind of going crazy. Come on, let's go. Come on. Sarah. Good boy. He's usually not too obstinate. Must be something really, really good. There you go, buddy. That's the cool thing about the dogs being right below me. Like this, I can just pull on their tether and say, let's go, if they don't want to respond to my voice. So when we were back there, I think was the highest point we've been to so far, 1660 something. Seems like we're coming down. We are headed back to the direction we came, but I did want to offshoot it if possible to the other road that we then go on. But we'll see what happens when we get down here and what it looks like. I was talking to Scott earlier. It's really interesting we have full signal because sometimes, more in the past, I used to live stream almost, well, a good portion of my adventures. From free range into
1 hour, 35 minutes completed. You've covered 4.97 miles. Your current speed is 5.2 miles per hour.
Ooh, now I feel the wind. From free range into riding on the trails, everything. And signal was nowhere near as good as it is today, but there's still so many areas we go to that today the signal is not there. So people get frustrated because they're watching a live feed on Facebook or YouTube, and it goes in and it goes out. So I really abandoned that live feed scenario so much. It just took too much work and the results were not stellar. So I just went back to recording everything like I'm doing here, and occasionally if there's a quick moment I'll live stream it if the conditions warrant, but it's few and far between at this point. I did create a Wolf Driver Facebook Live channel, and that's where all my later live feeds have wound up. They're also on YouTube. So I'd say let's go down here a mile, half mile to a mile. We were at 4.5. Yeah, mile would be fine. Oh, oh. See what it looks like down here. Oh, oh, this looks good. Oh, yeah. So this is, if you were watching or you noticed, when we just came to that road we just came onto this road from, the road that we were on below us split, it forked. Went to the left and right, as I said, and we went to the left. That road ended at a big power line tower or something. So now we're exploring this road that's to the right and seeing if we can do a mile down here so we can put all our distances together when we turn around and make it back down this mountain and have about 12 miles. So I'm shooting to be at like 6:10. We'll see, maybe it's 5:10 now, maybe a half mile down this and back just to be safe. We'll see. Is that water? That's cool. Huh. Cool little pond right there. Hey, is my light on the side of my helmet still on?
Yep.
Cool. I have to duck here a little. That branch would have taken my light off on my helmet. Very, very cool. Yeah, more water here. Little runoffs and ponds. Neat. I remember being on the Stony Valley Rail Trail, which again is at the bottom of this mountain, and it's about 17 miles long. Oh, I remember being on that. Easy, guys. Good boys, come on. And it was fairly warm, it wasn't hot, but we took the dogs, it was a spring day, let the dogs off leash and let them get into one of the waterways there. It was just a small little creek, but it was so cool and they loved it. It's all on video. That's why I video it, because I fall in love with the moments, and I remember them too. Can't tell you if I remember when I'm older. There's something over there. They're catching up on something. Yeah, we're really back here to where the animals might be roaming, and because like no cars come back here, it's possible the animals are close by to us, the wildlife. A lot of times we go on the back roads, and though there aren't many cars, there still are some, so the animals are aware of the roads there. But here, it's just I'm sure people don't come through here for a while. What is this? 17, huh? That's wild. That's marked, so this must be one of their wildlife management areas.
40 minutes completed. You covered 5.25 miles. Your current speed is 2.3 miles per hour.
This is almost like hiking, if you will, because we are really moving at a slower pace. We're on what looks to be like hay grass, so it's barely a road, and we're just taking our time. Interesting. We usually don't get to places like this that are so uncharted and but still manageable to pass and to ride on. Chase was seeing something there. It's coming towards a bike. I'm like, what's the matter with you, boy? Rolling Stone's song. What's the matter with you, boy? They get crazy when they get around other animal scents and wildlife. Come on, Sarah. Come on. Good boy. Good boy, Sarah. Very cool. Really uncharted. Glad I have my video cameras on, because who knows what we're going to find back here. Yeah, some kind of markers these are. You liking it, Scott?
Yeah.
Pretty wild, huh?
Definitely stopped looking like a road.
Totally. Haul over. Haul over. Too much overgrowth in the center, and I couldn't ride over it though. Some of this lower overgrowth or undergrowth, which will be under bigger trees or brush, is I can run over it. Well, Zero. I call him Zero sometimes, just for fun. He is Zara, though. We're definitely gonna take our time through here. It's rugged, might be the wrong word. Rugged, I'm more imagining rocks that are really hard to pass. This is just more a little wild and untamed. Haven't seen any eyes. Thought we might have heard some coyote, but I don't know. Approaching 5.5. I think we're still good to keep going. I kept saying that. I hope I'm home watching the video and we made it without having to walk 27 million miles down a mountainside. I'm figuring out how we're going to get the scooters, because I don't want to run out of battery. It's nice it's got a little seat on here. That's what I just did, sit down to get under that tree, that low hanging limb. Really wild back here, folks. Really wild. I think we can turn around, dude. We're at 549 now. What's that, a rock?
5 minutes completed. You've covered 5.49.
Is that a rock? I guess so.
Your current speed is 2.3 miles per hour.
Ah. Wow, you're getting a little stuck, huh?
Nah. Mostly trying to not blind these guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm going to come around you. Come on, guys. Hike. Okay. Where can I go? I'm going to go right here. G. Come on. G. Chase. G. G. Don't get me too far. Okay, back up, guys. Back up. Back up. How I look? Okay. Forward. Boys. Nope. Chase. G. Good boy. Come on, Jack. G. Good boy. Good boy. G. G. Good boy. Back up. Come on, guys. Lola, no. Back up. Back up. Good girl. Good boys. Oh, forward. That was cool. Cool. Oh, let me, can you see if the red light on my camera's blinking? Can you let me know?
The one on your head?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Let's head on out. We're going to try to head back home. Okay, guys. Hike, come on. Hike. So,
What's our mileage right now?
5.5. We'll have like 11, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was...
Plus, I can follow them to the parking lot for extra mileage. Pretty good. We're safe, playing it safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, good night to get stuck, but
Good spot.
be a pain in the ass up here. But it is a cool area. If we had those battery packs, it'd be a no-brainer. Keep going.
Oh, yeah. I think this is a good spot. It's free, and we're going to have to get out here earlier in the daytime so people can see all the details.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, at night you can't tell a lot, even with all the lights. It's... Yeah, it's just so beautiful and so wild. And it's, again, I've said this before, but it's just hard to believe that there's places in our areas. I live near Baltimore, Maryland, and it's a big city. And it's hard to believe that there's places like this, just so close by, relatively speaking. I mean, a few hours away, and you can get to the wilderness. A lot of people think, well, you got to go to Montana, you got to go to Colorado, Wyoming, but really, you just got to go out your back door and look. It's quite incredible. To my left, I'm seeing definitely city lights. I don't want to take my eye too much off the road. This is still pretty untamed back here, as I said. Good boy, Zorro. Now, when we get to where the road veed off, to where we got on here, it'll be a lot more manageable. And it's not that it's not manageable here, it's just, gotta pay close attention and really be in control. You can't take your mind off of here for 1 second. Dad gets spooked sometimes when he hears unusual noises coming from the vehicle. So he's like, what was that, Dad? Apparently something tugged on the wheel or something. Come on, guys, haul over. Haul over. I want to get around this bigger tree. Good boys. G over. Good boys.
1 hour, 50 minutes completed. You've covered 5.63 miles. Your current speed is 2.8 miles per hour.
I remember before I got these vehicles, meaning the Swin car and these Easy Raider scooters, I was a little reluctant, like, where am I going to take them? Because they're really not easy, guys. Bike worthy to be on a trail, on a bike trail. They're too much motor, too much like a vehicle above a bike. Not an ATV, but along those lines. So we did some extensive research, and Sean man, he's part of the Wolf Driver team, and he's really good at doing reconnaissance research, whatever, and he found that there would be a lot of areas I could go, just almost like abandoned roads. G over. Just got ran into some branches, I'm gonna avoid them. When I say abandoned roads, sometimes what it means is the state stopped servicing it, so the roads get a little rugged, and if they're not used much, you could have down trees and stuff, but they're still manageable. Still you can get down them. So there's a lot of those in the area, relatively speaking, the areas that we can go. Maryland, DC, Virginia. Well, DC not really, but Virginia, Delaware, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, etc. They're off-road vehicle parks, and a lot of, we can go on an off-road trail, and a lot of just country roads pretty much. Abandoned roads, I'm not sure if there's a lot of them, but we run into some. I did mention that. What I was talking about are the backcountry roads that are just very infrequently used, and really long distances. They're usually mountain roads. Oh, it's really cool. So I've been able to get quite a bit of use of these vehicles. Actually, they've been my go-to vehicles of late. So I haven't been on the bike trails near as much as I used to. Occasionally you'll see a video pop up where I went, but for the most part, I'm on the Swin car and the Easy Raider, and the dogs are loving it, and we're loving it. They just love being out. So I love being able to run and pull, tug a little bit, I should say. Remember, they're not really pulling this vehicle. They pull at it. Of the road, I'm gonna have to. Easy, guys. Easy, guys. Hey, Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Zara. He wants to go under. I want to go over. So, if you lift it up, well, careful. It's good. Come on, guys. Good job, buddy. Let me get out of the way so it doesn't wing me. You got enough room? Oh, guys. Cool. Cool, man. That's why I got a co-pilot. Come on, guys, hike. Now, if I was by myself, I'd have gone out and had to address it, but it would have taken longer. So it looks like the elevation to where we went was the highest at 1667, I believe, because we're coming down here too. We're like 1622. See something there, but it looks like it's just a rock. Usually we look for eyes. Eyes are reflective for the most part, so if you have a critter or an animal, they'll reflect off of there. And they usually watch you, like deer in the headlights, are just like, oh, what's that? Poor dogs and a dude riding a scooter. They usually do stand there. Like, had it happen many times. As you get close to them, they might slither off into the woods, a possum or a raccoon, whatever. Porcupines just take your time. They're like, you want to get near me, my quills are waiting. You can't really shoot them, but if you would run into them or dogs, you'd feel them. You'd get them.
5 minutes completed. You covered 5.91 miles. Your current speed is 3.3.
Is this where we went?
Yes. That was the other radio tower.
Cool. Actually, we'll just keep going. We're on a good path. So we're almost at 6 miles now. We are on our way back. Trying to just keep our battery happy. Not overdrain it, because we don't want to have to walk these scooters down this mountain way with the dogs. And we don't want to have to break any gates down to get to the scooters. So to pick them up with the truck. So we're trying our best to get the most mileage for the dogs, and being able to return with some power left in the scooter. That's the goal here. And we're going to start getting views of the city again, which is cool. Here's that piece of backhoe, whatever they're using to keep this area maintained, or keep the roads maintained. Something's light, it's my reflection. I was like, whoa. Again, you just don't know what you're going into here. So You gotta expect the unexpected. Now we usually rest the dogs 2 or 3 days in between these adventures, depending on weather and what they're up to, and sometimes I'll take them out free ranging in between, or we do something called Amazing Chase, which is like lure coursing. Look that up on the internet, very cool. And sometimes we just stay home and rest, hang outside in their outdoor dog beds, or sleep inside and just have fun, do what they want to do. Wow, that's just so cool. I'm interested to see how the footage, I'm wearing cameras on my hips. I'm interested to see how that comes out. And they are infrared cameras, so it should be cool. Should get some view of the dogs and some view of what we're running. It's the hardest thing at night to really make an interesting video, because you can't really see any of the landscapes around you. During the day you can see all these landscapes and the changing topography and everything else, the texture of the road or the trail, flowers when they're in bloom, maybe catches of wildlife, whatever. But right now you're only able to get just a few glimpses. Hopefully the lights from the city are showing up on one of these cameras, the overlook there. But trying to keep you entertained with my words of wisdom here. I enjoy talking about this and educating people. This is something new to most people. They've never seen anything like it. And you can do this with almost any dog, especially, again, the way I'm doing it on the side, because they're not pulling, so it doesn't have to be a breed that needs to pull. And it does, in fact, it doesn't have to be any breed in particular. I do this with my Chinese Crested. I've done it before. You can see that on the internet, on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, my website, because she's only 14 pounds. And we used to have a Chinese Crested another generation ago that was almost 7 pounds, and she's done it with me. Rid not this exact scooter, but one of my other scooters, lighter weight one, not as rugged.
2 hours completed. You've covered 6.25 miles. Your current speed is 3.9 miles per hour.
It's so cool to see the Chinese Crested run with the big dogs, because the big dogs are fine with her. In fact, they love her. They like her. They hang out with her, and they all eat together. When I say eat together, they're separated. I do crate feed them because there's too many dogs, and inevitably someone will be trying to get to somebody's food, and that'll cause a confrontation. Okay, Zara's got a bathroom break. Good boy, Zara. Oh, phew, my wrist. Taking a beating. Okay, good boy. So yeah, I do feed them separately. They have their own area. They don't have to worry about any of the other dogs being in their area, in their crate, of course. And Gigi, the Chinese Crested, she doesn't have to eat in the crate. She's the only one that can eat right next to. She likes eating next to their crates, and she likes showing them that she's part of their pack. She loves it. And actually, she runs around with them in the yard and outside, and she'll sleep with them in the house, and they're really, it's interesting. And a lot of people say, for you husky owners out there, that Huskies, they don't do well tolerating small animals, but if you train them properly, and again, you exercise them properly, that helps take the edge off it too. You can keep them, at least small dogs I've had much luck with. Cats are a lot harder, but there's plenty of Huskies that live with cats. But Huskies have been known to put a hurting on cats and chickens and other small animals. But luckily, with our Chinese Cresteds, we've taught our dogs, hey, this is part of the family, and they've actually enjoyed their company. So that's been great. Chinese Crested's a wonderful breed. If you've never seen one, look them up on the internet. They're come in a couple of variations. They're very hairless. That's what we have, where the only hair on them is like their head, a little bit on their tail, and a little bit on the bottoms of their paws. They almost look like horses, baby ponies. They're so cute. And then there's ones that are totally hairless, and then there's ones that have a full coat of hair. So we've only had the hairless, and basically my wife and my stepdaughter, that's their breed, what they do. But actually, I wasn't a little dog guy. I was just like, I like big dogs, macho. Got the adrenaline running. Oh, look at that! How cool is that, Scott? Look how cool that is. To your left. Oh, that's just awesome. Just incredible. It's really neat up here. So like, yeah, little dog, what's that? But the little dogs, one day, I'll tell you a quick story. I was laying on my sofa, and I was had around my big dogs, and my stepdaughter was really taking care of the Chinese Crested back at the time. This is another generation ago. And, I'd see her, say hi, and pat her a little bit, but we weren't really close. Well, I lay on the sofa, and all of a sudden that little Chinese Crested got up to my neck and laid down and curled on my neck. She was a little hot box too, because they're hairless, their bodies are warm, at least inside the house. And I was like, this is so cute. And she was just so loving, and I'm like, wow, I think I've been missing out on something, not being interested in small dogs. And I fell in love with her that day. So she spent many years with us, and gosh, she became my girl. And I was the only one she would do that to. I was the only one that she would come on top of, be laying down and put her neck on my lips. They want me to kiss her neck, and her skin is so soft because they're hairless, and it was just cool. It was just fun. So it's neat. And she got along with our Huskies, our big Huskies. Again, there were other Huskies from another generation ago with the really small Crested. They can be as small as, like we had, like 6-7 pounds, and they can be even larger than we have, 14 pounds. I think 14's about average, or somewhere in that average range.
2 hours, 5 minutes completed. You've covered 6.58 miles. Your current speed is 4.5 miles per hour.
Here's a patch of this gravel. I must have had runoff there. And again, when it's big gravel like this, I usually, easy guys, good boys. I'll go a little slower. Just to make sure they have their footing right for their paws. Good boys, good girl. So that's my little dog story. Now we have another Crested who is, like I said, 14 pounds, and she's similar to the other one. Come on, Chase. She'll come and just curl up. She's a little big for my neck, so she likes to come like where my arm is, have my arm around her, and my leg sometimes around her. She's just a trip. She's a handful too. I'm taking her out even free ranging with the dogs. Now I could teach her, but My wife doesn't want me to off leash, so when I keep her leashed, and I'll take her free ranging with me, and she'll ride with me in the ATV while the dogs are running off leash on the farms we go, and she's watching them, and she's just as happy as a lark. She's really cute. Gigi's her name, and our other crested was a Lulu. Come on, Chase. Boy. That water, it's muddy. I just didn't want him to drink it, even though I'm sure it's fine. That's why I kind of rushed him through there. I mentioned it before, my acronym for water, what you don't want your dogs to drink. Come on, Chase. Boy, he'd be the only one that really would take a drink of it. But I call it Be Gross. It's blue-green, rusty, orange, stagnant, or smelly water that you want to keep them away from. And those conditions are usually more in the summer, but any time of year, anything that looks questionable, don't let your dogs drink. Come on, guys. Come on. Chase. Always wants to sample that water. This is mountain water, and it's off the runoff, I'm sure. Again, no cars or real pollution to be up here, but still want to. It's just so muddy. Sounded like my camera. Let's see. So we're approaching 7 miles now. Battery's looking good, but it's definitely worn off some. We've drained it some. So I think we made the right decision where we turned around. I think we'll have plenty of battery, but whoa, you okay? Scott put his life on the line to make sure he's filming me well. I told him don't go too crazy, buddy. I like him too much, but he's in trouble. Yeah, the mileage is racking up. If all goes as planned, like I'm saying, I'm hoping we're at 11 miles when we're done up to the at the bottom of the mountain, and then we'll be able to get an extra half mile or so to the parking lot. So 12 would be a goal today. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we shall see. And you'll be here to join us as long as my camera runs out of battery, which it shouldn't. But who knows? This is the wild, wild west. Pioneering new stuff.
10 minutes completed. You've covered 6.93 miles. Your current speed is 4.7 miles per hour.
Nice field to our right. Big field there from what I can see. Hope we don't go off the mountainside much. It's good. little bit of ice. Come on, Chase. So awesome. I mean, just being on the top of the mountain with the city lights. Come on, Chasey. It's really amazing we just don't see any deer. But again, at the top of the mountain, there's usually less animal activity because it's colder up there and less food sources and less water, actually. The water warms down. That's my understanding. Here we go to the gate. Watch the gate. You see it? Okay. Making sure you saw it, dude. Watch me.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Haul over. Haul. We got different dogs on the inside and outside now. So. Zara. Good boy. Good boy. Go ahead, Zara.
Come on, people, please, come on. Got worried for a second, but nope.
He did. How's she doing?
She's good.
Jake.
And I'll coax him. Everybody else is good. Oh, he's smart. Come on.
Come on, Jake.
Come on, buddy. He's probably afraid of the wheel.
Yeah.
I can take him on.
Yep. That's why I got a co-pilot. Okay, guys. Zara was questionable, wasn't he? He was like, do I go or don't I go?
He was worried about his paw, but it wasn't.
No, yeah. No, he's good. He wouldn't hurt it from this. Let's water him, dude.
Cool.
Let me, try to make my helmet adjust a little bit more.
He was playing me when I went to put his harness on. Every time I would go for him, he would dodge left or right.
Jag, getting smart. Hey, can you make this a teeny bit bigger? I can't do it from that angle.
Try not to put on the max setting right in your eyes.
That's fine. It's lower than me.
There you go.
Just this strap. Just give me a little more.
Oh yeah, I got you.
I should be able to do it. For some reason it won't.
They're so weird sometimes. I know what you mean.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's in that one spot.
Literally only need an inch or so.
Yeah, I got you. Alright, that's definitely some more.
Cool.
It might be too loose now, but
No, I think it's good. That's perfect, dude. Thank you. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to switch this card out. This could be interesting. Hey, you got that screwdriver, right?
yes.
Thank you, sir. Might need your help. Let me see how I fare.
Step out of camera range myself here.
Okay, you go for it. Whoa. Okay, so doing a little behind the scenes stuff here, folks. Got a full SD card. I thought I had bigger cards in there, but I could be wrong, or I'm shooting at a really high resolution, which Rod, who's editing this, will be happy about. But it's usually a trade-off. You like don't want to go too high resolution where you always have to change a card. I could get a bigger card. Or, let me see. I'm going to power this off. Okay. It is best if you can. I can have one card in there. That'll work the whole time. But I don't have to switch out just because it's too much work to switch them out. So, it did finally power off, which is a good sign. Meaning the camera. Hey Scott, come here when you can. Hold that for a sec, bud. Thank you.
2 hours, 20 minutes completed. You've covered 7.18 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
Okay. Oh, I had a 64. How did that happen? I must not have been reading when I put it in.
What day was that? 128?
128, yeah. I know. Sometimes you have to put a 256 in. Jeez.
4K sucks.
Yeah, it does. Make sure I didn't spill anything there. Okay. Luckily, I knew. Thanks, bud. Thanks for making sure I had it.
Is that the one you just got repaired? Or?
No, I don't need to set that off yet. I got you. Yeah, put this right here. Oh, man. Got my screw. It's on the thing. They drinking much?
Yeah, first time yet.
Cool.
Everybody touched it.
Okay, Chase, we're going soon. Chris is probably watching us saying, what's going on with them guys? They're stopped. They broken down. They run out of battery. Because he don't want to come up here.
Not tonight.
Like my groomer says, not today, Satan.
No, you don't want water, you just want to run.
Cool. So that was a screw up on my part. 64K. A 64 gigabyte card. Should have been a 128. Okay. Should be able to tighten it with this. We should be in business very shortly. Okay. Scott, this you can have this back when you're ready. Cool. This will go into the light. This will go in the back of the camera. And we should be ready to rock and roll. I can almost do that in my sleep. Okay. See if I can even crank this a little. I don't think it makes a difference if I make it much brighter. Okay. Huh, our battery's looking good. And it's about to get charged up when we're going down the mountain.
I was thinking too, it's only getting better.
Yeah, so it's, what do we got? 7.18. Is that where the radio tower is? I think it's,
Yeah, that's the first radio tower that we saw.
I think it's only 3 miles more, but I could be wrong. Okay. Cool. Looking good. You looking good?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do this thing. Now I can even make my light on top brighter, but
It's doing good so far.
okay.
When you go to review, because I got small screens, you know.
Yeah, I know it's hard to tell. Okay, here we go, guys. Ready? Hike. Let's do it, guys. Cool. So we're back on the road, folks. Had to make some adjustments. Camera, setting the card there, give the dog some water, and we're heading down the mountain now. Now officially we are. So it's 7.2 miles. I can't remember how many miles it was up the mountain. I'll say 2.5 to 3, so I might be a little under mileage. I was trying to be at 11. plenty of battery. We even, the other day we went 18 miles. Now the dogs, they have what they call stopper pads. The back pad is the stopper pad on the dog, where they can actually apply the brakes for themselves. But they're not going to be doing that here. But you want to try to, gotta be careful running them down hills too. Nothing crazy, but they're going to want to get into a stride, and you got to watch there's branches that Scott's not seeing. He can get thrown back at me lightly, but I don't want the dogs running into it or me. So we're going to ride it gingerly. We're going to let the dogs air it out.
25 minutes completed. You covered 7.3 miles. Your current speed is 5.0 miles per hour.
I do remember coming down the mountain as far as we made it when I was telling you the old bike, the dog power go-kart bikes couldn't make it fully up the mountain. Coming back down, we burned the brakes up. We don't have to worry about that on this because we have regenerator braking, which is actually slowing me up. It's recharging the batteries, but it's slowing me up. So I barely need any brakes. Great night. Great run. Trying to keep a consistent speed here though, just so they can go as fast as they want without affecting how I'm steering, so it doesn't pull them. That's why they're on big springs, so if a direction changes some, it'll actually absorb it in the spring. Okay, we're going to do these miles pretty quick. Yeah, I charged the battery up already. See, when he looks back, he's like, why are you slowing down, Dad? Well, I'm trying to keep all speed balanced between all dogs. Jag's at a full gait. Jag's got shorter legs, so he's not going to treat this the same way. He's not going to handle it the same way as the other dogs. Lola's short leg too, but Jag is even shorter legged. So it's actually worked for me getting down the hill because I'm balancing them all out. Keep them moving at a good pace, but not going faster than your slowest dog. Bathroom break. Chase. Good boy, bud. Good boy. Good boy, Chase. Empty's always good. 7.7 miles. Come on, Chase. Good boy. He was migrating over towards Zorro, making me a little confrontational. been out here for 2 hours and 29 minutes. We've got 7.72 miles. Top speed's been 8.3 miles per hour. We're at 1,336 elevation wise. We're coming down a hill at an almost 12% grade. That's our current up-to-date stats. And we're looking at some mountains. We're in the Stony Valley area of Pennsylvania, near Harrisburg. Now it's a little bit uphill right here, believe it or not. That's like when we were coming down this hill. It says we're going uphill and that was downhill, so now it's reversed, of course. Looks like this is uphill here too. Ooh. Cool, cool, cool. Back to the downhill, just crossing the 8-mile marker. So we had the mountain all to ourselves, at least this part of the mountain. Haven't run into one person, not even one other animal, not a critter. Thought we heard coyotes in the distance. Don't know if that wasn't verified. I keep my legs bent like shock absorbers because they're absorbing all this. Pretty good pitch we're coming at, pretty good grade we're going downhill at, so hands are firmly on the steering wheel, and just using my vision to check my dogs besides keeping it on the road. Everybody's looking great. Nice little sprint there. Close to 8.25 miles right now. Doing beautiful. Doing great. Loving it. Definitely more work for me going downhill because
2 hours 35 minutes completed. You covered 8.29 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
can't get signal. Thinks I'm standing still. Yeah, coming downhill is definitely hardest for me because with those steep hills, I'm managing all the dogs and we're on loose gravel, so just making sure everybody's got their footing. And if anyone loses their footing, I need to be able to take control of the vehicle and bring it to a stop carefully. Never had to do that, but I'm making sure I'm ready for it. Approaching 8.5 now. I still think we got a mile or so to the bottom, but I could be wrong. I thought we had 2 miles. But I see a light out there, but that could be way in the distance. Yeah, it is way in the distance. Also, I neglected to mention the cliffs to my left. They're rolling. Dogs are rolling. Better than 11% grade right now coming down. It's pretty steep to go down to descend off of. Dogs look great, absolutely great. Stride's good, tether's good, all great. You can feel the temperature is warming up because we came off the top of the mountain. We're still at 992 feet, so we've got another 300 feet to descend or so. I guess that's reasonable. Could be another mile or so. We're at 8.7 now. I thought I saw someone on the side of the road, but it's a tree, it looks like. It's nice because you go down a steep descent, and then it levels off some, gives the dogs time to recover, and me. And we can descend some more. Actually, a nice mountain for running the dogs. Nice tea bottle I just saw, so we're getting towards civilization. Somebody littered, hate that. All over. A little bit of a rut, you couldn't even tell. Just crossing the 9-mile marker now, folks. Awesome. Jay's smelling something. Now he might be smelling the truck. Or he could be smelling an animal. These trees are marked pretty good for this hiking area. Or hunting. Hunted trails maybe. Folks are looking great. See, sometimes the road has just a gully in it or little ruts. You can't really see them, but especially at night, but you feel them, and that can make it awkward. So I have to try to avoid them or move out of the way if I get caught in them. So I keep all the dogs in sync as much as possible and not disturb their pace. Bikes are running great too. I knew we would. The charges maintain now because of the regenerative braking.
2 hours, 45 minutes completed. You've covered 9.33 miles. Your current speed is 0.2 miles per hour.
Oh, it is snowing, dude. We always run into something, don't we? Little snow squall coming through, it looked like. Or a couple flurries. No, snow. I'm still seeing it. Very cool. Very cool. Just makes it more of the sled dog feel. Approaching 9.5. Here's one of those ruts haul over. My eyes have become like the dogs. I see something moving. I think it's something alive. It was just a leaf that blew in. Dogs' eyes are trained to see motion. Any little bit of motion. The wind blows a blade of grass. They're like, what could that be? Is it the wind? Or is it a small critter? That's when they put their nose to it and investigate. My nose ain't gonna tell me much though. I like a dog's. Cool. Keeping a nice pace. Yeah, definitely snowing some. They're having, I think, a big snowstorm up in New York and New England. Again, we're in Pennsylvania. We're not that far north. I don't think we've got to worry about that now. But I don't know if they're having a snowfall. It's forecasted in the next couple of days up there. I think they're talking blizzard conditions up there. Going to the gate, I think.
Yeah, I remember those Christmas lights.
Yeah. Oh, Oh, we're at 10 or 11. We're at 9.76 right now. Oh, we're not quite at the gate. Close. There it is. See if we can squeeze through. If not, we take the dogs off. Easy guys, easy guys, easy guys. Ho, ho, ho.
2 hours, 50 minutes completed. You've covered
What do you think?
9.83 miles. Your current speed is 3.8 miles per hour.
Tries to push you into this.
Okay, well, we're going to go slow, and you're going to grab a dog as you see fit. Yeah, actually,
See it now.
who you want to take? You want to take Chase?
Yeah.
Don't get him close to Jag.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through this way and I'll come back on if things go smooth. Hey, Chase. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Go, boy.
Oh, Zaro.
Come on. You're smart, you know, but yeah.
Zaro. Zaro. Zaro, no. Come on, Zaro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Boy, come on. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, you gonna put him on there? Yep.
Yeah, he's latched out of this walker.
Good. Good thinking. That's why those things are good to have on there.
Oh yeah. Come on, Chase. Here, go, boy. It's okay. Lola's good.
Come on, Zara.
Come on, Zara. Here, go, boy. Come on, come to me.
Come on, Zara.
Zara, come on. Come on, buddy.
Watch Jag with him. I can get off him. I'm caught on this thing. Shoot. Shoot.
Here, I can, I'll wrap Jag.
You don't have another latch on there, do you?
No, unless you think up front's okay.
Yeah, up front's okay. I got it. I got it. Just watch them.
Yeah, definitely. Come here, Zara. Come here, Zara. You come, boy. Come here. Come here. Come here.
You might want to grab them.
Here, go, boy. Come on. Come on. We're going this way. Here, go, boy. Here, go, boy.
How's she look?
She's good.
Yeah. Oh, good boy.
He was getting caught on this damn tree.
Yeah. Okay, you can switch him back. Good work, Scott. Uh-oh, we bent my springer. A little bit.
Just the friction on that.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. That's how we do it. They're so good going through those gates, aren't they, though? I mean, Sarah's just like, okay, whatever you tell me.
They know the procedure, yeah.
Good boy, Jag. That's a tight one, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
They don't want anyone there. So what we're going to do is come out of here and make a left. Crispy, you there? I'm going to turn my light on, too. Come on, guys. Good boys. The dogs are really, you see how they cooperate. Like that was too tight to get them all four through. That's why we have a springer or two on the other bike haul, and why they were able to Zaro just whatever you tell him, he's gonna cooperate. Gets a little confused, but he doesn't get scared or intimidated. Lola's great. Now I'm gonna peep from her. Okay, so we're at 9.88 miles. We'll probably get to 10.5. I imagine it's about a half a mile down the road, the parking lot. No, not quite the 12 I had hoped for. Probably had plenty of mileage left on in the park where we were at on that trail, but I didn't want to push it. So awesome. Feels good though. We got a nice run for him in. See, sometimes these roads have these big just potholes. And if the bike hits it, it just bounces, but it upsets your whole ride. So you gotta really work on it to balance it. You don't want to send the dogs into them, though they're forgiven too if they do. Good pace going.
2 hours, 55 minutes completed. You covered 9.97 miles.
About ready to
Your current speed is 4.7 miles per hour.
Ready to cross the 10-mile marker there. It's weird that Chris didn't come in on the walkie-talkie, unless it's a little further away than I think. Over 10 miles right now, which is good. In search of 12. It's not going to be many places we can get it unless we just come back on this road, which won't make sense because you're getting in residential and we don't want to load up at people's houses. So the Stony Valley rail grade that I was telling you about, the trail, is where the parking lot is. So I mean, we could go down a mile and come back, but that's probably a tight gate too. And you saw what we had to do to get through this one, so don't quite know if it's worth it, but we'll evaluate the situation when we get there. If we take these long trips, I want to make sure the dogs get all their mileage in. I want to fill their hearts content. To fill their hearts till they're fully content. Nice pace though. Chase. Got to try to sample all water around him. Oh, we are clocking some miles. 10.25 now. Might be a little further down this road than I thought. Ah, I see lights from the truck. I see the truck. We see you, Crispy. We see you. Why is he coming towards us? Huh. I guess he wants to load up that way. Oh, we're not quite at the parking lot. Hey, you didn't hear me on the walkie, did you? Hey, you didn't hear us on the walkie, did you? What's that?
I heard you on the TV.
Oh.
Well, that's why I headed this way.
Oh, I want to get the mileage. How far is it down there?
Probably like a half mile or so.
Should I turn around and come back to you here? You want to load up here or you want to load up back there?
Either way,
We'll go back there. Okay, that's cool. It was cool up there. If I'd known I would have had this much, I would have gone further up there. I went further than we went with Jim.
Go on the trail now.
Yeah, I know, but that gate, I bent the springer a little. That gate was a little tight getting through that one. The one up, there's one up at the top, which was a piece of cake. All right, I'm gonna go up there and turn around.
You make it down there and if you make it, just tell me and I'll come back.
Okay. I don't think, I mean, I'm 59.9. I'm pretty good on voltage, but okay. Thanks, bud. Come on, guys, hike. Cool, so he says it's another half mile, so that's kind of cool.
3 hours completed. You covered 10.36 miles.
Hey, you know what? Let's give him some water.
Is 0
G over.
miles per hour.
G over. So they came down that hill pretty good. Easy, easy, ho. Cool. Nice work, Scott. We're just giving them some water. Nice, nice work. $10.4 so far. Probably make it 11, 12. They drinking pretty good?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Oh, look, the camera did fall. I wonder how much it got. I thought I had it tight. Yeah, thanks, bud. I went about as tight as I could go. Yeah, you can't go any tighter. I think it's just the nature of the beast.
It's probably not meant to be shaken as much as you like to shake.
We always take things to the nth extreme.
Yes.
Oh, look at the machine. I mean, they're made for it.
Oh, yeah.
The equipment is, not the cameras. Your camera's aimed perfectly. Been out here for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Still pretty good.
Definitely turned into a good run.
A full-fledged run, yeah.
Seeing real snow and just thank you.
Yeah. Chris is trying to get us away from snow as much as possible. I have a feeling I might close my eyes and see Welcome to Florida one day. Okay, let's head on up there. Come on, guys. Hike. Come on, Chase. Come on. Cool. So we'll probably hit our 11.5 mile marker, maybe a little more. Cool. I just, again, trying to maximize our experience. I had my headlight off for the vehicle most of the trip because Scott said he was getting better shots that way because he wasn't facing into that big light. But, and also I could see because I got a bright headlight on top of my head, the helmet. And also there was no cars possibly up here. Here there could be cars, so I'm turning the headlight on for safety. And it gives a different look to the run for the video too.
3 hours, 5 minutes completed. You've covered 10.49 miles. Your current speed is 5.7 miles per hour.
Yeah, we could actually get on the trail, but I'm not going to push it. My wife wants me home, and the volts are falling. battery energy is getting sucked down. So at least if we ran out of battery here, Chris would just pick us up. But on the trail, it's going to be a rescue operation. The parking lot was a good distance. We're still not there yet. This is still a pretty good road to run on. It's kind of secluded. Comes right to the parking lot, and then we can head back to the truck. That's the plan as of right now. My side light's still on, my helmet. Cool. Cool. That means my camera's still rolling. That's why I keep asking them that. Because that's hooked to the same power source. And if they have juice, they should be running still. So one has juice, the other one's running. I've got 2 lights on my helmet. I've got a side light, which when I'm servicing the dogs, doing something for them, I'll turn the big light off. The big light's just way too powerful to put in our face. Is this the parking lot? If there's a gate up there, nope.
Yeah, it looks like a pull off.
Yeah, just to pull off. Okay, cool. Zara's been running good.
Yeah.
Because line is fully out. Feeling good. So we're approaching 11 miles right now. Looks like we'll get the mileage in I'd hoped for. I wanna be. Oh, this one. That must have been the parking lot. I want you to read this trail sign. Actually, we probably could just go down here for a mile. But look at the sign. It says, please stay. Where does it say? No, it doesn't say it about the bomb. Oh, there. It might say it on that one. Nah, that's the COVID-19. You see it, the orange on it. It was just funny.
No, it's regulations. Doesn't mention
Maybe they feel it's gone. I took a picture of it. I'm glad I got it.
Yeah.
Zorro, stop. Hey, Chris, we're going to go on the rail trail for about a mile and then come back. Come on, guys. Hike. Zorro, Zorro, Zorro. No, Zorro. Come on, Zorro. Come on, come on. Let's go. Good boy, good boy. Don't want him to get a little... Come on, Zorro.
His nose is working real good tonight.
You're not kidding.
Come on, bud.
Come on, Jake. You'll like this trail. It's cool. It's 17 miles long, so.
That's what I heard Chris say something like.
Yeah, we've done it a few times. We call it the Bermuda Triangle almost every time we broke down. We've got through it a couple times.
You're telling me about the Bermuda Triangle, yeah.
Yeah. So we are back here on the trail. Figured we'll go a mile out. Really give us some mileage tonight. Battery's looking good. Trail's so nice to run. Have great memories back here. So I'm going to run till I'm 12 at 12 miles. If I forget, please remind me. Like that? I don't like looking at a tree that's leaning towards us. I'm getting the heck out of Dodge in case she decides to go. So this will be a bigger mileage even than I even anticipated. It's feeling good, and I mean, just they're showing me they want to go by their energy level. Zorro pulling pretty hard at his tether and so engaged on scents, smells out there. Jag's been actually popping up pretty good. Lola's always engaged and so is Chase, so they're normal. Just awesome. Now, back in the day, years ago, we went to one of these fire roads and we walked up it. This is the trail, but there's fire roads all off of it. We walked up it and did some ghost hunting after we ran the dogs on the trail in the area. Yeah, I think on the trail.
3 hours, 15 minutes completed. You've covered 11.25 miles. Your current speed is 2.9 miles per hour.
See, this is even a finer gravel, so it's really good, really easy for the dogs to run on. But all of it works out. Like I said, all has its pros and cons. A healthy mix, give them plenty of variety is the best surfaces you can run. Just mix them up. I didn't see that thing about the bombs being found here. I guess they scared too many people, and I guess they haven't found one in a while, or maybe they've determined there's no more back here, no more. I don't know, but I do have a picture of it to prove I wasn't hallucinating or anything, I promise. How cool is this? Now you see those little marks on the trees, the reflectors? They're for people to find their way, for I believe when they park rangers, whatever. I've always been, maybe it's rescuers. I know the story on it and I forgot. But we've always noticed them. Like they're kind of like little pinpricks. I thought they were people marking their drug stash back here or something. And they're real small, maybe usually less than an inch in diameter. And I think sometimes they'll have one, sometimes more than one. Like Morse code or something. Getting near 11 and a half, another half mile we're turning around. There's an old abandoned town back here, or what used to be an old town. Pretty cool too. Good area for ghost hunting we've done. There's just remnants of the town left. I mean, you have that in a lot of areas around here. But on the East Coast, a lot of history, of course. I'm trying to see if we see the fire right that we went ghost hunting, but I think we must have passed it. I don't think we would have drove down. See all the rocks? It's just starting to get like that, but they're all over.
I saw the same kind of rock.
Yeah, they're big rock fields there. The whole area is just covered in them.
That's what I want to see, yeah.
If you get further in. I mean, you're getting some light looks at it now. See? That's light. Yeah. I don't think we'll make it down that far. Hey, let's turn around, dude, just to make sure. We got 3/4 of a mile. G over. G over. Okay. Come on, guys. Haul. 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 Sorrow. No. Haul, come around. Haul, come around. Haul, come around. Haul, come around. Oh, this is nice water for them to drink from. Haul, come around. Good boy, Chase. This is good water. Okay, back up. Back up. Goes our get some water now. Actually, if I could go to the right, I could get them all in here, but I can't go enough, I don't think. I knew they'd like this water. I've had them drink. I might be able to. Come on, guys.
Snow melt, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. Haul. How they look?
It's good so far. I'm worried about chasing right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, he's used to being tight.
Cool boy, though. Yeah, cool boy.
Come on, Chase. You want to pull them off? You think?
Chase, yeah, definitely.
Too tight. Good boy.
Sorry, boy.
Okay. Come on, guys. Haul, come around. Haul. Haul. How's Lo look? Good. She's getting some water. Yeah.
She's drinking.
That's what I want her to do. Come on, guys. Good boys. Come on, guys. Good boys. Good boy, Chase. Cool. I'll let you get in front of me. Good job, buddy. Thank you.
Pull forward to your right just
Yep.
a little bit.
G over. G over. G over. Take your time. G over. Sorrow's sniffing, so.
Yeah, exactly.
G over.
I wasn't even going to try and move him. He wouldn't listen. Focus.
Here we go. Boys. Okay, come on, guys. Hike. Good boys. So, what I was doing there, I was trying to, they love that water there. I've had them in it before. We've been here before. It's the runoff from the snow, the mountain water, and you can see it's crystal clear. So, once I saw Chase was really enjoying it, I wanted to get the other dogs, and it was a tight turn instead of backing out, because I do a reverse, as you probably saw me do earlier in here. But I figured let's come all the way around. And you notice how you just can move an inch at a time. You crawl just to make sure all the dogs are safe and make sure I've got the proper footing. But even then, I saw Chase was getting crammed. He would have been fine, but Scott's there. Might as well have him just unhook him and get him out of the way. Yeah, that's why I got a co-pilot. So battery looks good. I was just concerned. So I figured, you know what, instead of pushing it, I would not be happy if it took me an extra hour and a half to get this bike off the trail. So that's why I said, before I possibly lose battery, let me get off the trail. And then once we get to the road again, we can let the battery run out if we have to. Alright, so we came in to the trail 3/4 of a mile, so we got 3/4 of the way out, so that'll give us 12 and a half. And at that point, we'll see where Chris is. We can just keep riding and meet him and get an easily 13.
3 hours, 25 minutes completed. You've covered 11.86 miles. Your current speed is 2.6 miles per hour.
Beautiful. See all the rocks like that? To your right, that way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all over. There's fields of them.
It must be a quarry or something. When I noticed when we first got on this road, there's not canyons, but open voids on both sides of the road. You don't see that very often.
Huh, interesting.
Like they had to build it up real fast.
Yeah, interesting. All over. Still got a little pep in their step. Stupid thing tells you. Still got a spot. Oh guys, ho. I gotta stop, put my glove back on. I had to reset the phone thing. Okay guys, hike. So we just officially crossed 12 miles. That was my goal for tonight. And all this mileage, other mileage is beautiful. Again, the dogs have got pep in their step, like I said, and they want more, so that's why we're doing it. We even though it was a lot of hill climbing in the beginning, it's still been a somewhat level trip, so they've got plenty of they haven't exerted too much energy. I'm trying to get them to, but it's hard. They could climb that hill. They're just in good shape. I mean, that's part of it too. I've got them well conditioned. And my battery is dipping down to 57. We should be fine now. Batteries are not an exact science in the sense that you don't get a real accurate measurement. They're getting better and better, but you know, it'll show me how many volts, and then all of a sudden it'll drop off and turn off, and that's the end. I mean, you usually can get an idea how it works, but it depends on how much work you put it through. It gives you a false reading sometimes. Like you climb a lot of hills and you go down a hill and it charges it up some, but it overstates it how much, and then all of a sudden it starts dropping back down again. I mean, just quickly. So that's why we're a little gingerly with it right now. Had the backup battery, but no problem. Well, we're almost just a quarter of a mile away from our starting point where we're at the road and able to be accessed real easily. I feel the temperature drop some even down here at the bottom of the mountain, you know, getting deeper into the night, so the cold is setting in. Probably mid-30s now. I mean, it's not Arctic temperatures. We've ridden in that. We don't get them that many in this area of the country, but we do get them occasionally. was just beautiful. Great day. We had some running around to do. I needed to take care of some stuff, so that's why we were out here late tonight. Not that we've gone that far from home, which is nice because we'll still, we'll have a long drive home. But this wasn't our first choice of place to come, but we can always find somewhere. That's the cool thing about what I do. We can always find somewhere to run the dogs, because this vehicle is so versatile and they're so versatile. So a minute or two, the entrance will come up to where we got on, and we'll continue on that road once we get through the gate and catch up with Crispy and map her up. But right now it's like 12.5 miles. There's a gate coming up, Scott. Ooh. Twelve and a half on the head right there. On this one, they're both within a little bit of each other. So we're gonna do this carefully as usual. Come on, guys. Come on, Zara. Come on, Zara. Good. Cool. Okay, Crispy, we're headed to you. We're on the road now. Just got off the trail again. Beautiful. Battery still looks decent, but who knows. Again, I did get 18 miles out of it a few adventures ago, and but I didn't go up the hill I went today, so who knows. And past couple of adventures were 7.5 miles because they were so rugged and so steep and slow speed. Slow speeds also get you because you got no momentum. You can also wear the battery out quick. And when you're going up a boulder field of rocks, you got to go slow. You got to let the dogs work their way around it, and you got to bob and weave through your way around it on the scooter. So. Coming into the 13-mile range for 12.64 now. Actually should hit 13 miles. Battery should hold out. Is that Chris or is that you?
It might be my walkie-talkie.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That was him. Crispy, we're coming at you probably a quarter of a mile, maybe a half a mile away. We're back on the road. Things are good. We went down the trail about 3/4 of a mile. We should be seeing you in about 5-6 minutes.
3 hours, 35 minutes completed. You covered 12.78 miles. Your current speed is 5.0 miles per hour.
Still rolling nicely. rolling. Look at him go, dude. They are flying now. Sprinting pretty good there, folks. Sprinting over 13 miles right now. That took us over 13 miles. Whew, they're going to be nice and ready for the chuck.
Little burst came out of nowhere.
I know. He might smell the truck ahead. There he is. Oh, what a great day. Great way to end it, too. Took our top speed up to almost 11 miles per hour today. 10.8 we hit there. We can put them in here. Yeah. Right here, Chris? What's that? Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Is this good for you?
Hello.
Yeah. Did you hear me talking to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't hear that. Scott, pull up a little bit, bud. G over. G over. G over. Boys, easy, easy, easy ho. Let's water them and then water them at the truck too. Oh my God. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Whew.
I think it was that grass up there that got us more than anything.
You think so?
Yeah, it was kicking us around a whole lot.
Okay, let me do a parting shot here as we end our trip. So folks, oh, camera went down again. That's pretty much a wrap there. I'll keep you on, keep camera rolling until I put the dogs away, so you get an idea how it's officially done. Dogs did great. You saw that last little burst of energy. Couldn't have asked for a better way to end it. The total mileage was 13.16 at 10.8 miles per hour. So high speed, we averaged 3.6, 3 hours, 39 minutes, and 55 seconds as of now. We're at 503 feet right here above sea level. But we did max out at about 1667, I think. Yeah, they gave that last little bit.
Oh, yeah.
They bolted. Whew. Sorry, good girl. You're a goody girl. Oh. Oh, drinking pretty good, huh? That was a good one.
Didn't take any, but I don't know. He's just panning still.
He was rolling, man.
He was.
It's like digging. Hey, Chase is laying down. We got to him a little bit, didn't we? He was actually pretty good on the way up, wasn't he? He only started whining at the end.
Yeah.
You know why? I think because we went after 2 days. And when we got after 3 days, an extra day of rest, I think he just like, I want to go, I want to go. I think he was still feeling the last one a little bit. I mean, enough to at least keep him entertained.
Yeah. It's funny, you've been working him out so much, the vet suggested you offer him another carb or something like that. So
yeah, exactly, because their weight. Yeah, sled dogs, typical, you gotta try to keep the weight on. They just burn it up, you know? Yeah, it is. Exactly. Okay, good boy. We hear you. So again, folks, you couldn't ask for anything better. Just a great day. And even though a late start, we're still able to get 13.1 miles, 13.2 miles. And got some mountain climbing in, got some good downhill. And just became a great day.